Good afternoon everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing some Civ Beyond Earth. Now I did do some other footage on this last night on the release date, but for some reason my sound effects in my videos were like quite overpowering apparently, according to the feedback in the comments, so I've restarted over. Ow, that was me hitting my leg and hurting my shin. But anyway, let's get on with it. So this seems like it's a pretty barren and hostile world by the looks of things. So there's a satellite there. So starting point, as always, is a big thing. Want to, so we can take all of these tiles that surround us. So I think I'm not sure whether the miasma is going to be a bad thing for the city in itself. So if we land here on this miasma, hopefully it should just automatically clear it, which is what I'm hoping, but I don't think it will, so probably there is the best location. So wow, that's a lot of resource pods, to be fair. Right, so we are Polynesia, which is like all the Australian, Indonesia places that are fairly close round that have all combined together. So we have our first city, which is Freeland. We're going to go for an old Earth relic, and we are also going to build a generator. Yeah, generator. Yeah, and then we'll start production on the food. So we have a few things that we could branch out for. Resource pod. Oh my god, there's resource pods everywhere. Since arriving on this planet, we found evidence of previous civilizations. We know almost nothing of them. Blah 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 blah. Discover the project of the signal pieces to complete. So this is contact. Right, so first bit of research. We don't have anything naturally researched for us apart from habitation. So colonist, trading convoy, trading vessel, we're going to go for that straight away. So that should be fine. We're going to get the capital city of Freeland, which we are actually going to edit and rename. So we're going to call the city Nova Base 1. Nope, 1, not 12. And that is spelled completely and utterly wrongly, because I'm too quick with my keyboard. There we go, Nova Base 1. So they're all going to be based on that. Right. So we have construction, everything else we need. The capital itself, we're going to focus on food, which is awesome. And next turn, so there's going to be a few next turns that we'll be going for, and then if we got an alien hive near us, possibly. I don't know about these aliens being so close to me. That's a bit of a worry. So research pod. Inside the resource pod, you find a catch of laboratory equipment from old Earth and precision techniques that are difficult to replicate on this planet. The equipment is eagerly welcomed by your scientists, providing 10 research. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Right, so the next one's up there. So we have to go through the miasma field for that one, but that's okay. Gifts from home. So we've got to find another research pod. It should be quite easy to find. Hopefully the aliens, yeah, they're being so the base has grown already. Beautiful. Going to be quite easy to avoid at the moment, or at least they should be anyway. So another end turn, as there's not much else we can do. So let's move on. Clear miasma. We can't do that yet, so we'll probably end up having to go there for now. Another research pod. Found a portable reactor and fuel source inside the resource pod. You're now able to activate it despite some damage from the landing, providing 40 energy. Awesome. We'll get the explorer up and over there. The miasma shouldn't do us too much damage for now. So you've discovered Farbase 1, +2 energy and +2 science. In any city that establishes a trade route, only one city per colony may trade with each station at the same time. So that's okay. So we're going to create a farm, even though there is actually miasma on there. Ah, yeah, there's Farbase 1. Awesome. So let's move on up, and we're going towards the next site, which is there. So we've got 2 turns until the Old Earth relic is completed. Ah, we can't. It looks like... oh no, we can't even go round. So that's and the worker's taking miasma damage, but should be okay. We'll just have to keep an eye on that one. So we'll have to end turn again, and it looks like someone has settled. Right.
The temple doors of the Protectorate are open.
Goodbye, my friends. So we're going to move on around. Worker's still taking miasma damage, but that's okay. It looks like the production is going to be done in time. We now have a clinic in 10 turns. We've got 4 research on that left. Nothing much we can do now. Oh, and someone else has dropped in already. Now last time...
泛亚合作，光宗耀祖。
Pan-Asia Cooperative, okay? So last time, that's who we were. And they didn't drop in this quickly, so all the stats have been completely randomised. 1 turn to construct a farm. Got 4 health at the moment, so that's okay. So let's move up, and we'll make another farm there. Let's move these guys across. Aliens seem to be quite curious. So, last time we went into the tree of science. So, I think for us, probably it's knowledge and prosperity. I should think that we'd more than likely be going for. +1 health for every 6 population. So we got down to around about here last time, and we got to mind over matter. So 25% less negative health. That's pretty damn good, to be fair. So the one thing we want is a science boost straight away. That once that work is complete, we shall heal him up. Okay, so next turn again. Want this base to grow as fast as possible. So it seems everyone's dropping in right now. It's taking a swig of the old coffee.
How may the corporation serve you?
You can't. So, see you later. It's not of importance to me at the moment. Right, so, again, as always with Civ, it's a case of ended turn pretty quickly.
The universe is either in progress or in entropy. We choose progress.
That's quite true. So we can make a colonist, a trade convoy, a trade vessel, and a trade depot. Okay, awesome. So, what have we got power-wise? On turn 11 already. We need to get past... there's an expedition site there. There's one there as well. Wow, this is quite a nice starting location, actually, considering. Tell you what, we'll go for that expedition. There's a satellite there as well. That's perfect. Right, so city has grown. Research. Work barrage and allows units to embark and cross over water, but we don't want that just yet. What we can go for is laboratory +2 science +1 production. Petroleum is global, maintenance is down. Or maintenance is up rather. Orbital coverage with physics. So I think this time we are economic, so +2 food from deserts and the ultrasonic vents. Right, we're going to go into ecology for the first sort of tech that we're going to branch into properly. So that's going to be 9 turns. So that's not too bad. Aliens seem to be leaving us alone, which is nice. Inside the resource pod you found the basic satellite still intact. It's enough rocket fuel to launch it. A free solar collector is now available. Oh yeah, 10 science. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. So we now have our satellite. So if we go into the orbital view, we can see it there quite nicely, which is pretty cool. It's a nice looking satellite, that. Very nice looking satellite. So, yep, we got the 10 science for the quest. And we'll go out of the orbital view so we can see what's going on again. We've got a lot of grassland. We've got quite a bit of desert as well in the surrounding areas. We seem to be on a kind of peninsula, maybe? No, we're just near the coast. So it's quite good. We won't expand that far, but there are aliens near the city, but we're not going to be targeting them at all. It's just not a good idea whatsoever. So if we move in, we've got a generator. We could do with yet another farm. You guys can get over there and start your expedition. So that's now nicely set up. Tweak my graphics a little bit as well, so it looks a bit better, a bit sharper. They are really cool. Those float stones. Unfortunately covered in miasma though, so it's not the best. The aliens seem to be leaving us alone, which is good, and we have another virtue. So 10% food retained after a city growth, and 20% science from generates more culture. So we're doing this now, so we may as well go for field research. So that means 20% more science. So we're not looking too bad for now. And we also have the boost on money for this satellite. We have a quest. Several new ventures to establish their operations near our territory provide science services that may be useful. What should we approve? Which venture would you like to approve? I think food and science is probably the better one. For now. Research station charter. The charter was given to Alpha Blue. So they now have a station near us, which is good. So we can trade with them. What do you have left? You have 2 turns. Okay. Ignore the fact that the aliens are there. We've grown, ignoring the fact the aliens are there again. So the city tiles are spreading exponentially quickly, which is pretty awesome. No one seems to be near us at the moment, which is also good. Well, actually, they're pretty close, to be fair, actually. But I doubt they'll be causing us any issues. A few nice places to go for new bases. After many fruitless months excavating the alien skeleton, an alien life form approached from the wilds as if it was called. Your expedition team quickly armed itself, but proved unnecessary. Whatever reverence it held to the dead skeleton, it seemed to have transferred to you. An alien raptor is now under your control.
When Coyote learned
yeah.
he was the only one of his kind on the new planet, his howl echoed through the rifts and off the distant hills.
Awesome. So we've got a miasma repulsor, the ultrasonic fence, and Veritium. So we now have an alien unit, which I don't actually think counts as a stack, which is pretty cool, and the aliens should be very, very passive. They're pretty cool units too, so I'm happy with that. Right, so we're now into ecology. Reveals geothermal and the improvement tile. Clears miasma for the workers, so that's 21 turns to go for that. Reactor, alien life forms. Genetics gives us health, and it also gives us science, so we'll go into the genetics. We can branch around this area. Alright, cool. That's fine. Return to map. Explorer is out of moves, but that's cool. The aliens don't seem to be being negative towards us, so that's good. We'll get that worker to actually heal up. Move out the scout. So we've got a few nice areas around here as well. We've got Raptorburg. That's pretty awesome, that, to be fair. Pretty awesome. Thought I had my mic off for a second then. I was gonna build a trade depot. So that's the next one. We've got a quest decision. Ideological spirit among the citizens. Some believe old Earth relics are instrumental to solace and grief and feel for the loss of their world. If it wasn't relevant, peace is a shrine. So leave the old Earth relics untouched or open them for more culture. I'm going to open them for more culture. So that's that quest done. Expansion on the base, quite nice. Still okay for health. So this is basically, this is your happiness from the old Civ. Culture is culture, energy is your money, and science is still science. I'll explain the tech tree when I'm a little more familiar with it. KP Explorer. Everything else is out of units. Now, I haven't seen a worm around yet, which I'm quite thankful for, because those things are an absolute pain in the arse. Resource pod discovered. Inside the resource pod you find a collection of goods and luxuries from old Earth that your people never thought they would see again. These value refuge for your people, providing 50% culture. And we can develop again into more culture. So each city generates more culture. Each city tile grants 0.25 science for every population. So we're going to want to go down the culture route for that particular one. So we're not doing too bad. It's only turn 18 and we've already started expanding pretty well. So let's have a look what's going down. We can move one more tile. So this part is actually pretty much a big massive island. So that's cool. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. Don't seem to need any military at the moment, so that's also good. So we'll end the turn there. We've got 5 turns until genetics. Let's have a look what's over here. Right, so we know what's there. We know what's down here. So we should start exploring down there, really. Soundtrack wise in this game and sound effects, they are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Not let down at all by this game. It's pretty much everything I've wanted it to be so far. I am quite new to the civilization sort of front, but you know, I'll get there. So hopefully none of them will be bothered by the fact that the aliens are there, so we should really start getting the worker down here and doing some production now that he's healed. It's another turn. Aliens are fine. It doesn't seem to be kicking off just yet. Don't know how long it's going to be until they actually do start to, but miasma heals the aliens, so if you've got alien units, that's brilliant. So now there's a lot of useful stuff there as well, so I might actually end up taking that out. So we've got a new quest since opening the clinic. We've been splitting the ideological divide in your territories, put great strain on both military and civil forces. Plus 1 health from clinics. So health seems to be one thing that, like happiness, can fluctuate quite a lot. So it's good to actually keep your eye on these things. Right, so here we can construct a paddock, which is cool. Aha! Another satellite. Or another crashed pod even. They're taking miasma damage, so we'll get you out of there. And get you coming down to this area here. It should be fine. Awesome. Next turn. And we should have genetics now. Oh. We have another drop in.
Iskawaral, the African people greet you.
Ah, the African Union.
You go to war with the soldiers you have. Make sure those are the soldiers you want.
Cool. So we've now got +2 health from the farm lab and Crichton Nursery. We can build both of them, so that's pretty cool. Excuse me. So let's get this. We found a collection of goods and luxuries from old Earth. 25% culture. So again, we've now got another culture boost. So an extra culture equal to 30% net positive health. And we'll be going for that one. Seems pretty good. You've got no moves left. You guys don't have any moves left. You're busy building. And we should have a trade depot on the next turn. So what are we going to go for? Alien Preserve, +2 culture, +2 culture from the paddock, which is what we're developing right now. Improvement tiles, coral algae resources provide +1 science, allows units to embark with physics. So I think what we'll do is we'll go into engineering, combat strength, repair facility and titanium. So we'll go into engineering. So we'll branch out around these techs and then it'll come to the point where we can continue to branch out. Right, let's have a look. You're not in miasma, so you're clear. It should show me if my units haven't moved. Discovered Liberia. Liberia. Interrupted that movement then. So let's push on up and see what we've got. Nothing of much interest. It's quite nice getting that alien unit. It means that we don't have to actually create any soldiers for this very second, which is good. Just trying to think a little bit ahead of game and see if there's any particular areas that would be of great use, like this up here. This would be a really good one. Or... That's okay. That's okay. You got copper resources up there, but this station seems to be taking them. So Farbase 1 at the moment is mainly taking those resources, so we might have to eliminate them.